U.S. Bancorp shares are rallying nearly 4.5% in the past month, but options traders are banking on more gains ahead. Pete Najarian joins us live from Minneapolis with more unusual activity. Pete, what you seeing?
Well, it looks like somebody thinks that this run that they've had recently, Mel, is going to actually continue to the upside, because what we're seeing today are the October 55 calls, pretty aggressively bought. These are very inexpensive, by the way, very low volatility stock, obviously. But they're buying these. They're paying a little over 45 cents, somewhere in that range. Stock was underneath 54 at the time of the purchase. But they're also buying the 55.5s out in October. So they're not just buying once, they're buying twice. I like when we see that. That's a roll from a successful trade earlier. They're selling out of some of the August positions to get into these October positions. I like when we see this, Mel. I bought along with that. I'll probably be in there for at least 3-4 weeks, somewhere in that time frame. And oh, by the way, we've got an update for you from yesterday.
Oh, by the way, that
something.
stock is up 2% today, Pete.
Yeah, that had a pretty nice jump. Well, yesterday it was trading just above $15 a share, about $15.15, somewhere in that range. They were buying the September 7th expiring 15 calls. They were also buying the September 7th expiring 15.5 calls. So it's similar to what we're seeing actually going out into the October, where we're looking at U.S. Bank, where you see two buyers of something in the same day. By the way, during the show yesterday, somebody also bought 4,600 of the regular expiring September 15 calls. Later on in the day, a little bit just an hour or two after we talked about this unusual activity, there was a word out about Google and some of the work that they were doing actually with Fireeye. So that made this even more interesting. Stock popped all the way to $16.48. We talk about this all the time. You've got to be disciplined. That's where, when we saw those options really explode, take off half, holding on to half. It was a really busy day yesterday. 3 million is the average for Fireeye in terms of shares traded in an average day. They traded over 18 million yesterday, Mel. So a lot of news, a lot of good news. Stock continuing today. I like what we're seeing. I'm going to hold on to those calls that I bought yesterday, the other half, for at least the next week, maybe week and a half or so.